The world has changed globally, and that includes everywhere, including the Walt Disney World parks. The known has become the unknown, and everything's different. So coming up on this episode of Disney for Brits, I'm going to tell you about the 14 reasons why you should not go to Walt Disney World. 13 important ones and one that is a real game changer. All coming up here on Disney for Brits. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank all of our friends in the travel industry for working so hard to help us through this unprecedented situation, and especially those in Fairytale Holidays who we work together on this channel. I've talked many times about the importance of working with a travel agent, and anybody that's had a holiday booked over the past 6 months will know your travel agent, if you had one, will have saved you an awful lot of grief. I actually booked flights and things outside of that before I started working with Fairytale Holidays, and I'm still waiting for refunds. So please, please, please book through a travel agent, preferably one that knows Disney, and talk to Fairytale Holidays. Their information is on the screen below. So we know the world has changed, and that's happened everywhere, and you don't need me to tell you the details about the horrific things that have been caused by coronavirus. We're here to talk about Disney, and it's affected Disney as much as anything else, from the unprecedented closing of the parks. And if you've seen my video, I was at Hong Kong Disneyland the day they closed the park, which was gutting, but there's a video and some pictures so you can see what we saw. To the changes they're putting in place today. So I'm going to say something I never ever thought I'd say. Don't go to Walt Disney World. There, I've said it. Don't go this year. Write this year off if you can. And there's a whole load of reasons why you should do that. 14 in fact. These will significantly change your experience. It's going to be no longer the happiest place on earth. There's going to be queues, there's going to be masks, there's going to be rides closed. So I thought I'd take you through the 14 things that have changed. So as with everywhere else, there's a whole lot of things Disney are putting in place to actually prevent the spread of COVID. You'll have seen these in shops and everywhere else, but Disney are doing it as well. So this includes social distancing, this includes one-way places, ways of walking, this includes plastic screens in front of the people you're talking to. And whilst this is not a massive change, it certainly changes the fun aspect of it. But then there's a list of things that Disney are no longer going to do. Let me put them up on the screen now. So for a start, there's going to be no meet and greets. You can't go and see your characters. There's going to be no fireworks. There's going to be no parades. If you've got existing dining reservations, they've been cancelled. You're going to have to make new ones. It's only a 60-day window, and there's a good chance capacity will be seriously reduced. And I can't imagine eating in a restaurant being served with somebody with a face mask, because they're also required everywhere, is going to be particularly comfortable. There's going to be no fast passes, so any fast pass reservations you've done, gone. You won't be able to book a new one. No tours, so no Magic to Marceline, no Backstage Disney, nothing like that. No makeovers for the kids, so if your children wanted to do the pirate makeover or the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, that's gone as well. No water parks at the moment as well, understandably. No special events like the firework cruises and the after hours events. No magic bands, so you're not going to get a magic band. No new ticket sales, so if you haven't got a ticket, you're not going to be able to get one for a while, because there's a whole load of people that have got tickets and haven't been able to go. And the most important one of all for me, even if you have Disney accommodation and a Disney ticket, you might not get into the park. Disney are going to ask you to make park reservations. They're seriously going to reduce the capacity of the parks, which means even if you go, and even if you've got a Disney accommodation, and even if you've got a park ticket, you might not get in. So the question for me, for all of you, is, knowing all of that, why on earth would you hop on an 11-hour flight across the water to spend time in Florida with the view of visiting the parks if you might not get in? And that's why I'm saying don't go to Walt Disney World. Now clearly this isn't going to work for everybody. You need to talk to your travel agents and see if you can put your holiday back to next year. I'd probably put it forward 12 months. I wouldn't go until at least May next year. By then there's a really good chance that things will be back to normal to a degree, whatever normal is going to look like. I had 2 holidays in Florida booked this year and I cancelled them both, and I normally go 3 times a year. I'm not going to go somewhere without the magic, and the magic is quite often the crowds, the parades, the fireworks, and they add to the whole atmosphere. Masks, queuing, things that are cancelled, and grumpy people, because people will be grumpy, is not magical. So I've cancelled our holidays this year. We're going to go March next year. Now, I'm confident things will be better. Let's be clear, a Disney holiday is not an unstressful thing to plan. You have to plan your days, you have to plan your fast passes, you have to plan your travel. Why on earth would you go to all of that effort and then add the additional challenge of you might not even get in? So really simply, my advice to all of you, and I've been going since 1984, is don't go to Walt Disney World in 2020. Do everything you can to push your holiday to next year. If you can do it, start March, April, May time. Things will be better, things will be calmer. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, yes, but there's going to be a second wave in America. We don't know. The politicians and all the medical people are looking at this, but in a year's time, we'll be in a different place as we were 3 months ago from now. We're in a different place, and there's more of a chance that you're going to get the holiday that you want, that you need, and that you absolutely want to give your whole family. If you are going this year, talk to your travel agent. They'll do everything they can to help make this as enjoyable a holiday as possible. Even with these restrictions, they'll help you with getting into the parks, getting those magical reservations that get you through the door of the parks, and enjoy it as best you can. But if you can cancel, please do so. I expect to get a lot of people disagreeing with me. I'm a massive fan of the Walt Disney World Company and Disney themselves. I'm a shareholder. As I said, I've been going since 1984. I want nothing bad to happen to Disney at all. But what I do want to do is enjoy my holiday and experience. And whilst I'm not going to be over there spending my hard-earned pounds and dollars, I want to do that at a time when it's right. There are plenty of people that can go and spend in Disney now. Locals can go, people that are close by in America can go. My recommendation to all of you, scrap 2020, watch videos online, watch my channel, watch some of the other channels as well, and plan to have an amazing holiday next year. So a slightly different video this time, but I thought it was really important to share with you what I think you need to do. And this is based on knowledge and experience. I've put my holidays off to 2021. You should do the same to get the best experience ever. Thanks for watching. This is Disney for Brits. I'm David, and as our pal Mickey says, I'll see you real soon.